Hi, my name is Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girl's top striker, and you are watching Ryan LFC YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, folks, welcome. It's J.Taylor. Seem like we have some freezing happening here, Ryan. We have to sort this out. Hold on, guys. Seem like we have a little freezing going.
Yo, you're good, brother. No freezing now, boy. You're good, man.
Okay. I'm not freezing.
No.
Okay, all right. We're not freezing. So yes, guys, we're gonna do a little breakdown on basically what happened yesterday with the Manning Cup game. Manning Cup All-Star / DaCosta Cup All-Star game. We saw a lot of talents on show yesterday. A lot of future prospects, you would say. Took some notes. Wanted to see who are some of these players who would be touted as the future prospects for Jamaica. Big up everybody. Bro. Oh, is that for Ryan? Let me know, Siobhan. Is my mic good? Is everything I'm all set on because Ryan adjusted something, so I don't know if everything is coming through perfect. So let me know, Siobhan, if everything is coming through perfect. Just drop a little note in the comment section. Yes. Bless up yourself. So this is like one of the first. This is a preview. Tomorrow night we're gonna have Sir Dennis Chung. He's gonna be on tomorrow night, and we're gonna discuss all things Reggae Boyz, and we're gonna make sure that we dive into everything surrounding the jerseys and what's the plans that he has for the future. I think he has been quite busy. He has been making the rounds, actually. He's been all over the place. Every time I see it, I saw that he met up with the guys from Adidas. But let's dive into the Manning Cup, DaCosta Cup All-Star game. Ryan, I would like for you to get back to the previous settings, bro. I don't want you to be experimenting right now. Please and thank you, Ryan. I don't know what just happened. I think Ryan is doing a bunch of freestyle in the background. Big up everybody. Big up Fresh God. 1 second, guys. Yes. I'm gonna say big up yourself, Fresh God. Ryan, what's going on? You're just making like a whole bunch of stuff me see going right now, bro. I don't know. This is confusing. I think Ryan just connect me to the StreamYard, guys. So when he's doing some kind of changes, like changes also. Okay, all right. So yeah, we could go through some of the players, guys. Let's go through some of the players yesterday that stood out. Obviously, the MVP himself, Mr. Malachi Douglas. I thought Malachi Douglas was the only player I saw on that field yesterday, apart from Whisper, that I thought that looked like he's ready for the future. Malachi Douglas. And guess what? You see, playing striker is one thing and going forward is one thing and trying to get goals. But if you look at how much Malachi Douglas trapped back yesterday in that game, if any scouts saw Malachi Douglas yesterday, they would be excited to have a young player on their hand. Yo, that young man trapped back the entire game. He was attacking on offense. When the striker for the DaCosta Cup team was running off the ball, Malachi Douglas was coming in behind him, peeling off. But you also saw Malachi Douglas in his own 18-yard box, clearing the football. And for me, he was the major standout yesterday in that game. I haven't got to see him a lot, but he looks brilliant. He looks like a brilliant player. He looks like someone that we need to keep an eye on, and he looks like he's capable of playing more than one position. Raheem Blake, he was disciplined as usual. Still thinks that he needs to change position though. Still thinks that he's a little bit short for a centre back. But he looks quite disciplined. I think Raheem Blake as well, I don't think he wants to play centre back. I see him pushing up with the football a lot. I think he wants to play a bit further up the park. I think he's forced to play that position. I think his natural position, maybe defensive midfield or right back, where he can maybe overlap. But he seems like he wants to move football forward. There was another young man that I saw yesterday. His name was Akimo Jones. There's a player named Akimo Jones. Showed a lot of composure. And I'm telling you, I don't know these players, guys. I just saw the players and I took their names down. Akimo Jones. That player to me showed a lot of composure. Okay, the video keeps freezing, JT. Okay. So I guess we have to change from 720 to 4. Let's see if we can change. Am I still freezing, guys? Let me know if I'm still freezing. Maybe we have some kind of internet issues going on. I don't know. Let me know if it's still freezing. Let me know if I'm still freezing, Siobhan. Because if I think Ryan added me to the server, and it's like it's a bit different. I never like joined the stream like this. I would have rather just like joined it normally, where my internet just comes in. But I think it's because we're collabing on the thing. It just keep freezing. Let me know if it's still freezing, guys. Because if it's freezing, then we have to just adjust this. Like, this makes no sense. If it's freezing, Ryan will just have to send me the link, and we just do it that way regularly. Bad drop probably causing it. I have no idea, Siobhan. Let me know if it's still freezing, Siobhan, though. I think we should have solved the freezing, but I think we should be good now. Let me know if it's still freezing. But yeah, there's another player, Kevon Wilson. Kevon Wilson, he has the vision, but I thought he wasn't weighing his passes. His passes he had the vision, but his passes were either a little bit too soft, or he put too much on the pass, where the players, I saw Whisper was like splitting the defense a few times, and he tried to hit him, and he either hit the ball or something. But I thought he was a player. I don't know these players. Aldridge, yeah, this kid, I think he has the physique. I don't know if he's a winger though. I don't know if he's a winger. I probably wouldn't play him on the wings. I probably wouldn't play Aldridge on the wings. I don't know his true position yet, but I wouldn't play him out there on the wing. I would not play him on the wing. But overall, it was a quite competitive game. There was a few, and let me just say this: I don't expect that game to be like well organized and players know each other. I think those players maybe had a few days or a few weeks or a week or two to just get themselves together and organized for a game. It's like an all-star game. There was another kid that took a free kick, Satchwell or something like that. I think his name was Satchwell. I thought he looks a bit chippy at times. He looked like a player that has some potential. But a few of the players, as I said, Malachi Douglas to me is the closest thing I saw to, I'm not even going to say a finished product. I would say a finished product at the schoolboy level. Malachi Douglas, I thought Whisper was pretty good as well. I still don't know Whisper's true position. He started out right, and I'm glad I think he rotated, and when he got into the middle of the park, you start to see his strength and his dominance. He start running past players. But I thought early in the game when they had him out on the right wing, I thought he would have just. I don't see him as a winger. He's very powerful, but I saw a lot of times where he got stuck in front of the defenders with his players. They were a little bit of confusion, but I don't think that's his fault. I think that was due to the fact that those players didn't train together, so they were basically running into each other, bro. They were basically running into each other at times. I like how the DaCosta Cup team counter-attacked. I like how they hit the man in All-Star team on the counter a few times, where the striker got to run at the defenders. It was a quite interesting game. There's times where I thought the middle of the park, most of the traction I would say the All-Star DaCosta Cup team controlled more in the middle of the park, but out wide, I would say the Manning's All-Star team controlled the game a bit more out wide. Siobhan said, Siobhan, am I still freezing up? Let me know if it's still freezing, bro. Siobhan said, I was disappointed that so many players looked out of shape. Yeah, you're gonna have this in these kind of games. Players, it's a long season as well. These guys have been playing a lot of football all season. They probably just go home and they feel much better and they just got to relax a bit, and people just start, it's some big plate of food. And I feel like a few, even Malachi Douglas, but yeah, I was impressed with that with that young man yesterday, bro. I think Malachi Douglas, for me, I don't know if he's playing in the JPL. Is he starting? I think he should be in the JPL. I don't know if he's starting, but he looks like a starter to me in the JPL. He just looks like he's enjoying football, but not only that, like he enjoys defending and going forward. That's the kind of footballers they're looking for in the modern era of football, is players who enjoy going forward but understands their duty when it comes on to defending. So Malachi Douglas for me was the I would say the runaway MVP. I think Whisper came in right behind Malachi Douglas, only because I don't really know. As I said, I don't really know what position Whisper play or what fully. If he's gonna be an out and out striker, or he's gonna be a striker who plays out right and then he rotates sometimes with the front three. I don't know. I think the coach would have to explain that for me, because I saw him out right a few times for KC, but his goal was also very clinical. I think Whisper showed his class by putting that ball in the back of the net, because that's what you want from your striker. If you have your striker quiet in a game, when he runs into that 18-yard box, you want him to be clinical, and he was very clinical. That first goal, however, from the Manning Cup All-Star team, I thought that was a great build-up by the kid Wilson. I think it was Kevon Wilson. It was a good run-off play, got right in the box, kept his composure, put it in the back of the net. I thought that was because you have to understand, in these kind of games, there's not gonna be a lot of cohesion amongst the players. People are still figuring out each other. It takes more than a few weeks to build cohesion in a team. However, I think overall it was still a good game. It was a good game of football. A lot of the players basically balance each other out. You can see that a lot of these players are on the same level as far as talent is concerned. There was this, I'm forgetting someone. There was this midfielder. There was this right back. Guys, who's the right back for, I don't know if his name is Akimo Jones. Who's the right back for the DaCosta, the All-Star DaCosta Cup team? I like the right back for that. I like the right back who played for the DaCosta Cup team. I like that right back. He was very composed. Aldridge was coming at him a couple times where I saw him. He took the ball and he didn't make that rash clearance, like just kick it out. Because that's another thing where we want our defenders to start to learn to pass the football out of the back. Just like, don't just make that big clearance. They're like, football is not, that's not where football is anymore. You remember my days of playing schoolboy football, you hear them and them say, clear. You see what I mean? You say, no, you need to be composed and look for your outlets. And I thought that the right back for the DaCosta Cup team was quite disciplined in the way. Aquino Jones. Yeah, man. Aquino Jones, man. That's his name. Yeah. I was trying to remember his name. I tried to remember his name. I was trying to remember his name. That player was really good. The goalkeepers, I got to see the Mona goalkeeper for the first time. I heard Mr. Butter spoke highly of him. He looked okay. I think he has to lose a few pounds. He's similar to JD. What was that kid named White from Cavaliers? He was kind of that same bulky goalkeeper, and the problems with those kind of goalkeepers sometimes they're very snappy with getting low. If the ball is coming into the box a certain way, but however, he looked like he read the game quite well. He looks quite disciplined in the air when the crosses were coming in, and I can't really blame him. I thought all the goals, he made a pretty good save. Well, maybe a good save, or I think Malachi Douglas on that first opportunity, Malachi Douglas opened he kind of showed where he's gonna put it, and I think the goalkeeper read his body language very well and got down to his left and made after a while it looked like a quite easy save, because I would have said Malachi Douglas basically hit him with the ball. Malachi Douglas didn't really place it in the back of the net. But however, that build-up play where Malachi Douglas ran off the striker into the box, that looked disciplined. That looks like class. That's what we want to see from Jamaican players more often. That looked like class. And wasn't Malachi Douglas in the under 20 team? I think he was in the under 20 team, but maybe something was happening with injuries or something, because I don't think he played much. I think he was in the under 20 if I'm not mistaken. Because I think that player has a bright future, guys. He was fresh God. Was he injured? I think he has a bright future. I'm gonna be looking out for that player. I'm gonna be looking out for Malachi Douglas. What JPL team is he playing for? I need to keep tabs on him to see how. Oh my God, Marcel Gale played him in one game and never play him again. He was fully fit. Wow. Guys, remember Ryan LFC will be having technical director on the show tonight, and I think some of these questions need to be answered as well, because I'm quite confused. Unless Malachi Douglas has improved drastically since the under 20, why he didn't get to play. That is strange. He stood out yesterday. Anybody was watching that game? Does anybody know if the coach was a part of that? Let me know if the coach, the national senior coach, was in the stadium yesterday, because I thought that would have been a good opportunity for him to take a look at the youngsters, the Whispers, the Malachi Douglas, and the Kevon Wilsons, the Rohan Blakes. I thought it would be a good opportunity for the coach to take a look at those players. Played part of the first game, I think. Owen said, he is the same player now. Yeah, that's confusing, man. That's confusing. This is why we have to question the decision making by like a coach like Fuzzy, because the fans are saying that Malachi Douglas is the same Malachi Douglas, that he didn't improve drastically. He just basically is the same player. So if he didn't improved and he is dominating in a game where the skill sets are very close, how wasn't he playing? How wasn't he playing? If you have a kid like Duncan McKenzie giving you 90 minutes, 80 minutes, and Malachi Douglas is not playing, that is strange, bro. That we have to fight. That's why it's we need people who know how to spot talent. You have to know how to spot talent. And you see, sometimes we blame the coaching in Jamaica, but maybe we also have to blame the people who spot the talent in Jamaica, the scouts. Do we have any reputable scouts on the island? Because maybe the coach just a work off what he has. Because I don't know who can explain to me why Malachi Douglas didn't play in the under 20, bro. Like that's weird, bro. Yeah, that's weird, bro. There's no way the kid can get the MVP for the DaCosta Cup, for the DaCosta competition, and gets the MVP where he's playing against the whole his peers who excelled in their competition, and he stood out, and he can't play in a team that had kids who weren't as good as he was. I don't know. Somebody needs to explain this to me, bro. Siobhan says they needed Pearson to be seen. So he plays, but I think he's a hybrid player. I think he's a player that can play multiple positions. Based on looking at him last night, I think Malachi Douglas can play for you anywhere on the park, because he defended amazingly last night. He was all over the park, bro. He has an engine. And I rarely come out and just boost up a player. But when I see a player that's undeniable, I can't hold back. I have to just say he is class, bro. We can't deny the fact that this individual is class. What's the next move for Malachi Douglas though? Is he gonna play out a full season in the JPL, or he's sharpening his skills to go overseas? He looks like somebody that can go over there to Belgium or somewhere. I think if Tyreek Jimenez is in Belgium, who played a lot, and we saw what he did, and he's in Belgium, I think Malachi Douglas should be overseas, because they kept playing Pearson. Football, soccer is played on the field, not on the park. Okay, all right. I don't know what that means. Not sure what's his next move. You said he's at Chapelton Maroon. So Chapelton Maroon, I think, is the JPL team where they had the issues with not playing too many amateur players. Okay. Is he a starter there? I have to start watching him. I have to start watching Malachi Douglas. As I said, Kevon Wilson, he has a vision. He has the vision for the game. He knows where he wants to pass it. He knows where he wants to go, but he needs to weigh those passes better. I think his accuracy yesterday had to be below 50%. But you can see that he's a player who understands the game. He moves very well off the ball. You can feel his presence in the middle of the park. He goes back deep to get touches on the football. But I think those clinical passes that you need in front of the 18, similar to what happened to Javon Watson. As I said the other day, Javon Watson was touted as a huge prospect if he continued on his trajectory, but he lacked that clinical pass whenever he played in the middle of the park. He would give you one or two passes, but his accuracy wasn't that good. Fresh God says, Malachi said he's going to play out the season in the JPL and see what comes next. Yeah, I hope they have a plan for him. I hope he gets a good agent and we can get him out there and make sure that he is ready. I think he's one for the future. I think he's so now if we spoke about players who should be potentially in the B team. In the B team, you want players like Tyler Roberts, Malachi Douglas in the senior team, Whisper. I think those are the 3 players that I would say. 2 players last night out of that game, I would put in a senior Reggae Boys B team. I would put Whisper and I would put Malachi Douglas. They were I think Aldridge, he has the physique. I don't know if he's playing the right position though. Rohain Blake, as I said, fresh guard. Rohain Blake needs to change position. Rohain Blake needs to change position because this is what's going to happen. Rohain Blake is not breaking into any Jamaican football team playing centre back. Let's just be real with ourselves. Rohain Blake is not breaking into any Jamaican football team playing at centre back. So the quicker this young man changes his position, the better his chances are for him to excel. I think it's almost a waste of season because where is Rohain Blake gonna become a top centre back in Kanka Cup? No, bro, he's not built for that. He's not built for that. How about him? Blake. Who's Blake again? Yeah, you spoke about Blake. A sudden games being in the park and not the field. This person. I don't even know who this is. Must be a troll. Is a cam, just play wing for JC this season. Yeah, that's another thing, bro. Let's start playing these players in their right position. Rohain Blake played last night, but who would have played centre back? Because he was the best centre back on the park. The 2 starting centre backs for the All-Star DaCosta Cup team. Whisper basically run past both of them like it was a joke. That one pass they made and Whisper just took on both of them and just run past them. I didn't even bother to learn their names because if you're a centre back and you just and both of you are getting burned like that, they actually started to chase the football straight down, follow the football straight down the park. You're gonna have a big problem there because Whisper is coming down the park full speed to get the ball from you, and both defenders are chase Whisper. One of you have to try to cut the angle. And Whisper made an amazing touch by switching onto his left, because when he made that switch onto his left, the both defenders just couldn't recover. Whisper switched that football onto his left, and both defenders couldn't recover. So the 2 defenders for me for the DaCosta Cup team, they get a lovely 5. I think Whisper exposed them yesterday. But though the striker for the DaCosta Cup All-Star team, he might not seem very flashy, but I think he did a job. He did a job yesterday, because if you saw the goal that Malachi Douglas scored, that came through the build-up play and the run that striker made and opened up the space. He opened up the space so Malachi Douglas could have run in and just put that one in the back of the net. I think some of these players on this in this All-Star game should try to go to college, because a lot of these players should try to go to college in the US, even though we know not a lot of players make it out of college and end up becoming pros. I think their best shot is to get into a university. I'm sure there is going to be some kind of combine in Jamaica where they can showcase these youngsters' talents, but a lot of these players, I don't really see them kicking on unless they improve drastically. So I would just advise them, go to university in the US, develop there and work on your game and compete at a higher level. But for me, it was 2 to 3 players from that game yesterday that I thought could take a step where we could look at them and say, okay, I think we could work with these couple of players. Fresh God, so you need to watch Devontae Hodges. He's one of the best centre backs in D Cup. He also plays for Chapperton Maroons. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to watch Chapperton Maroons. because Malachi Douglas is playing for Chapelton Maroons. I need to watch Chapelton Maroons. Something interesting that I saw as well, and I'm just discussing this purely off the game. As I said, let me just repeat myself. The two players I saw in that game yesterday that I thought could potentially just be in the B team of the for Jamaica and working on their skills, getting ready to go into the senior team is Malachi Douglas and Whisper. I saw something yesterday. When the game started, I started to question. I really wanted to know from Whisper if he considered that game yesterday to be a practice game. I would want to know if he considered that to be a practice game, because I think the competition was much better yesterday. I think the competition was much better, especially early on in the game, because I saw him. I think he started to want to shoot the football at times where he didn't have to, because he wanted to get on the ball. And that I could understand why he wanted to do that, because a lot of these players weren't playing together. So they weren't understanding each other very well. My thoughts on Satchwell. He's a good player. Satchwell is a good player. I love the free kick. I love that free kick he took, even though it wasn't on target. He remind me a little bit of Andy Williams. How Andy Williams just look very relaxed and very calm in taking his free kicks. And I think Satchwell, that free kick that he took, it tells me that he's a football, and he's a little bit like Peter Lee Vassell. He's a little bit like Peter Lee Vassell. That's why I wouldn't really hang my hat out there for him as yet. I think he has ways to go. I think he's a player that needs to go to university. I think I don't think he should think about going pro right now. I think he needs to add some more something else to his game to become a bit more effective, and he needs to also bulk up a little bit, because if you're going to be playing in that position, you're going to be coming up against some physical players on the park. You know what I mean? You're going to be running into defenders and CDMs and players who are a bit bulky. So he just have to bulk up a little bit more, I think. And the true bro, he's a good. I don't understand why JT judge him of one defender miscontrol and let Whisper on Hodges. No, I don't know all of the players in a fresh card. I cannot say. No, I said he reminds me of Peter Lee Vassell. You have to listen to what I say fresh card. He reminds me of Peter Lee Vassell. He reminds me a little bit of Peter Lee Vassell. That's just what I saw a little bit from him. Not saying he's not going to be a better player, but that's what we come back to again. We keep hearing that a lot of these players are not playing in their right positions. So is that a thing where we need to get that right? Because I would do some, this is, I don't know. If some of our coaches, I don't know if they're able to adjust during the game. Because I even thought when I saw Alvas Powell played on the 17 for Jamaica, Alvas Powell is not a right back. I thought Alvas Powell is more of an attacking player. To me, personally, a lot of people would disagree. Alvas Powell, to me, is a player I would want him to run at defenders. I think Alvas Powell playing at right back it restricted his full potential. I don't think we saw the best out of Alvas Powell based on what I saw in schoolboy football and based on what I saw from him at the under 17 level. But let's start playing these players in their right positions, and a lot of them are not going to be playing football now. We have a whole nother, it's not until summer. Did you notice Marquise Reed, the D Cup number 15? Okay, all right. I noticed him. I think I might have his name here. Reed. He was hot and cold for me. He was a little bit inconsistent. But he shows flashes. He's a player that showed a lot of flashes. No, I know Alvas Powell didn't play right back for the under 17s, but after Alvas Powell left the under 17s, I think, I think when he got to the MLS, when he went to the MLS, they changed him over to right back, and I thought that was a bad move. That is another thing they do to Jamaican players, when they go to different countries. These Jamaican players, some of them are really good, but they end up changing their positions, either turning a central midfielder into a winger, or a right back, or just something that they're not, because he has to basically relearn that position all over again. I believe that when you have players out there, it's like a game of chess. You got to move them around and see where they're most comfortable. And that's where a lot of people thought that Damian Lowe could have played CDM for Jamaica. And I don't think it is that bad. I think he potentially could play CDM for Jamaica because he tracks very well. He's aggressive. You kind of want your CDM to be aggressive. He's not as bad passing the football, but you would also want him to know if he wins the football, you don't want him to just clear it back out to the next. So he would have to relearn that. You need brave coaches. Sorry that I'm going off track again, but I always talk about Trent Alexander at Liverpool. Trent Alexander is not a right back. Trent Alexander is not a right back. Why they keep playing him there and then use him as the poster boy for Liverpool failures? That's what I'm seeing happening to a lot of these players. So I hope these coaches learn from that game yesterday. But I think a lot of both coaches would have probably tell you that they didn't have enough time to prepare for this game, and we can understand. Players came back into that camp out of shape, got comfortable, and you know how the whole school thing go. Gunner's boss says we need to start coaching our players as hybrids who can be plugged in anywhere on the field. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think we want to coach all our players as hybrids, because what then starting to happen is jack of all trades, master of none. I think you find your position and you become the best at your position. I think you find your position and become the best at your position. And if you're a good enough player who played other positions and the team needs you, then you can then change your position to help the team. Like Raheem Blake. I keep getting his name wrong, bro. Raheem Blake. I think I don't like seeing him at centre back, bro. I think they're wasting that kid's talent. at centre back. Where's Raheem Blake going from here? He's probably another player that if he ends up in the American college system, he's probably going to end up playing some position that he's not supposed. Is it Romain? Is it Fresh God? Is it Romain Blake? I thought it was Rohin or something like that. Is Romain Blake? I don't know. I would just say Blake, but I'm not sure if it's Romain Blake. I thought I saw something else on the sheet. Let's see what Twani says. I need to overstand the infatuation with playing Blake as a centre back and not moving him. Yeah, bro. He's supposed to get grow. I don't know, bro. I don't know why they're trying to do this to this young man, because he doesn't have the height for centre back. He has the build, strong lower body structure, but he's not a centre back. Tell me what team he's gonna break into. He's not gonna break into the senior team. You're only setting him up for failure. But also, whoever his handlers are, his parents, his coach, if he has an agent, they need to make that move now. You can't keep the player keep playing at centre back. He's excelling, but he's not he's not gonna be a center back in the future. Look how much he tried to push up the park last night. Every time Blake got the opportunity to push up the park, you said he's somebody else. Every time he got a chance to push up the park last night, he did it. And when I see a player do that, I always have to question: are they playing their right position? Because a lot of centre backs, they kind of want to make sure they govern everything. They don't want to run out of place. That's another player as well was Richard King. That's why I thought that Richard King needs to change position. Mr. Speed said they played him before in the middle of the park, and they thought he would have been better playing where he's currently playing. Gunners boss, you agree that if he gets the opportunity, Whisper should pursue his career in the USA college system if Europe professional clubs? No, I'm not saying Whisper Gunners. I'm not saying that Whisper should go to the I don't think I think college football right now would actually hurt Whisper. To be honest, I think college football right now would hurt Dujon Whisper or Dujon Richard. Yeah. I think college system would hurt him right now because the college system, I don't think he's going to be able to express himself as a football player. I think they're going to have him in the structure of how those American coaches coach, and it's I don't think so. I don't think Whisper should go. I think I would rather see Whisper. I would rather see Whisper in a second division team when he's 18 in Europe. Because once he start getting a lot of playing time and start showing his showing his worth, he's gonna make that jump very quickly. He's gonna make that jump. But I think the college system, he's gonna do well. He's gonna end up in the draft, and when they end up in the draft, they send him out to the farm system, one of the USL teams, and he just floats around, and he end up like those guys, Lewis, some of those Jamaicans, Benbow, all those guys. I know he went to the USL, but we don't want that. We don't want that. I think he should get to a better team. Americans don't use the college football anymore. Yeah, we need him to be in a better team. I think I said Kevon Wilson. However, Kevon Wilson should think about going to university to play, because I think what he needs somebody to help him to add that extra touch. As I said, I give him a 10 basically for his vision. He has the vision. He knows what he wants to do with the ball, but his touches are either too heavy or too soft. So that tells me that he just needs to get that in sync. And that's not something you want to work on the international level. There's going to be players who come in the team at the international level who has better touches than you, who's more accurate, and then you're going to be on the bench. You're going to be frustrated. You're not getting out there on the park. So I think he should go to college and play a lot more football. He should play a lot more football in college and maybe enter the draft. Ricardo Robinson said all the clubs have academy now and the MLS next pro. Okay, that would be good. That would be good, because I think back in the day they used to send players off to certain like USL teams. I think even Damian Lowe was in the USL at one point, and Damian Lowe was a high draft pick. So I think Omar Holness was pretty good coming out of college. I don't remember if he went to North Carolina. I think he must have went to North Carolina, but I think he did good in college. Darren Mattox. I think Darren Mattox was one of the few Jamaicans who got drafted, got into the MLS as a high draft pick and got to play, prove himself. But his career just went down hills from there. I don't know. Wilson is 17, he last time work on he cannot leave until him reach 18. Let me know in the comment section, guys, how many of these kids are coming back to play Manning Cup this year. Let me know how many of these kids are coming back out of that game. How many of these kids are coming back to play Manning Cup this season? because a lot of players, that's another thing. If you have a good Manning Cup season, sometimes maybe it's best you make that move as quickly as possible, because you might not be playing on a team this season that's as good as the team you played on last season, and then you don't look as good as you looked the previous season. So that's why a lot of players, even like the NFL, coming out of university, they enter the draft when they have that really good season, unless you are going to be like a top quarterback, where you then wait to make sure you get a higher draft pick if you want to go to a team that's probably going to lose all their games. Wilson is from Trinidad. Okay, I don't know. I guess you know, bro. I thought that was Pelly Wilson's son or something like that. Mattox, Barrett and Akon, Oklahoma. Blake Mattox were high draft pick. Yeah, Andre Blake was a number 1 draft pick. I think Andre Blake was a number 1 draft pick coming out of UConn, University of Connecticut. I remember that. I remember the headlines. I think one of the first goalkeepers potentially, I think, to get drafted that high into the MLS, and he has shown his worth. He has won the top goalkeeper award, I think now maybe 3 times, 3 years. I don't think 3 years in a row, but he has been quite consistent in the MLS. So I think it's also time for Andre Blake to make that next move. Now it's time for Andre Blake to make that next move. I don't see what else Andre Blake can accomplish playing MLS football. What is he going to do? Break his own records over and over? He needs to get a bigger challenge on the next level. And I think that will also help him at the international level, because though Andre Blake is a great goalkeeper, we can all agree that Andre Blake is also missing something from his game at the international level. So I think it's time that Blake goes somewhere else and up his game, even if he has to go, because I see Blake can be a goalkeeper like Mendy and those guys, the goalkeeper from Chelsea. I think the Senegalese goalkeeper there. I think he can be those kind of goalkeepers, shot stoppers, quick on his feet, have a great wingspan. I think he has that potential, but he's not going to get there in the MLS. I don't see what else Andre Blake can do in the MLS for us to consider him any better. I think he needs another challenge. No, he's not. He gets transferred from Trinidad to play for JC. I don't know, bro. I won't be reading any more comments from that person. Oh, brother, he came from America. Okay. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts on the game yesterday. I thought it was, we have another, I think, 10 minutes on the stream, because Ryan have Coach Dunswell tonight, the technical director. He's coming on, I think, in an hour or so. He will be on, and that will be another lively show. I think I will jump on as well to basically get some content for the podcast. And okay, I'm sorry about that. Jersey boy, big up yourself, Jersey boy. That's Jersey boy, you're always behind the scenes. So I'm like, what are you doing in the comments, bro? I'm not ignoring your comments. Jersey boy, I know that big things are happening for you, and I support you, and I hope one day I can see you out there somewhere in England representing yourself, because I think your passion for the game will drive you to become whatever you want to be. So you have my support, Jersey boy. Whatever you want to do, you are someone who came on and you helped Ryan to this point, and you're a big Liverpool fan. I think not a lot of Liverpool fans want to say they're Liverpool fans right now, but if you're a real fan, you're a fan when your team is losing, and you're a fan when your team is winning. That's what real fans do. We complain, but we never leave with team. We need to upgrade MLS and USL. Yeah, so a couple of these players. Yeah, I saw a few USL players out there last night. And I think those players, if they're gonna, I would say skip the USL and go to college. Go and get that degree. up your game. So if it doesn't work in football, you at least have your degree. So, because people have to understand this. It's just like musicians. When you set out to be a musician or a professional athlete, you have to understand that it's the top 1% that actually makes it. Record labels sign hundreds of artists every year, but you only hear about one or two is the ones that break through. It's similar in football. It's rare when you see an entire team or a bulk of players just come through and they just make it big. What would say is that team that Ravel Morrissey played for at Manchester United, where you had Pogba, you had Jesse Lingard, you had the Ravel Morrisons. Those guys, a lot of them came through, but you can also see that a lot of them still didn't reach that level. Maybe Pogba is that one that took it to the highest level out of that group of players. Jesse Lingard, he was touted to be a superb talent for the future. Unfortunately, he's just skipping around the EPL. Jersey Boy says, sadly, I don't have access to that behind the scenes stuff anymore, but I'm still going to work with Ryan, but going to take a back pedal a bit because a new channel project and work. Yeah, man, Jersey Boy, we know how it is. It's 2023. Everybody's going to be making decisions and, new adventures, new ventures, and you have to do what you have to do. Everybody in the chat, I know everybody in the chat have their career going as well. People have things they want to work on. They're making changes. Also, me and Ryan, we decide to just make this thing official where I come on, and Ryan is trying to expand the channel to make the channel have more variety, as he spoke about that as well. He's going to have a female who comes on, and she's going to basically do a roundup of the top stories in sports, and just to keep the fans engaged and keep the fans entertained. But however, it was I was expecting yesterday to see at least a few more players that I could have said, all right, these players look ready for at least the B team, for the B national team. Basically, for me, most of the players I would put in the B team right now is a couple players from the under 20, like Tyler Roberts. I'm a big fan of Tyler Roberts. I think that guy, Tyler Roberts, he has the potential, and I hope he gets to break into the first team at his club. Connor Boyce Clark. Let's make that happen as well. He should be that goalkeeper on the list of goalkeepers. We shouldn't be. It doesn't make sense we do this anymore, guys. We don't need a goalkeeper out of the JPL anymore who's 29, 30, even though he's having an amazing season. How long is he going to last? Because he's not going to start over Andre Blake. So you want to have a young goalkeeper like a Connor Boyce Clark behind Andre Blake, chopping away, getting ready to take up the ranks. It doesn't make sense anymore that we stuff players 30, 29, 28 out of the JPL into the senior team. We get them a few games and they don't actually matriculate into what we expect them to be. Let's start getting these youngsters in the team and start preparing them to take up the mantle. Big up yourself, Tennessee Lewis. From that under 20, who was that other defender? There's another defender that played with Blake in the under 20. I thought he was quite decent. He needs to put on some weight as well. He needs to bulk up a bit. No offensive players, but he needs to bulk up a bit. What was that kid's name that played defense? The defender for us at under 20. Is he at Chelsea? I don't remember his name, but he did pretty well, but he's a bit small right now. Luke Bagley Morgan. He needs to get. We could have a player like that in the B team, but I'm watching him at his club. I don't know if he's gonna be a central defender either. I think football has changed where the central defender position. You have to. I don't know, man. It's a different kind of animal they're looking for at that position now. And when I see certain players playing central defenders, I'm like, They need a wake up call. They need a reality check. It's not gonna work there. That game was hard to watch in patches as the amount of wayward passes, 5 to 10 meters was, that's, I spoke about that as well. I thought Kevon Wilson, he had a lot of potential, but his passes were just not accurate. He had the vision, he had the sight, he knew where he wanted to put the ball. I saw he had a great opportunity to hit Whisper on the run, and he just played it long to the goalkeeper. And that's what separates players like Ravel Morrison. Ravel Morrison is going to make that pass for you at least 70% of the time. That's what separates players like that. And that's why I think that a player like Kevon Wilson should probably go to university and try to learn and get his game up. I'm also thinking that the B team for the senior national team, we should have an age cap. We should have an age cap on who can be in the senior team. Don't see the sense of you being in the senior B team if you're 28. If you're 28, I don't see the sense of you being in the senior team. I would say in the senior B team, 27 max. So in 2 years, you're 29, getting ready to rub off 30. The maximum age should be 27 for the senior B team. I don't see the sense of taking players to go try them out against Cameroon and they're 30. It doesn't make sense, bro. They're not going to be around. Give that spot to one of these youngsters that we all can agree has the potential to take the next step. Big up yourself, Kai. Wilson need more confidence. Yeah, he needs confidence. Yeah, and that's why his passes weren't connecting. I think that's something, I just saw that immediately in his game. I love everything else he did. I like how he went back deep to control, to get the football. And I don't think he was in the under 20. I don't think he made the under 20 team. And I think he's a player that could have played for Duncan McKenzie. I think I hear people say Duncan McKenzie is burning up the league where he's playing. Where is he? In Israel or something? But bro, I think he would have been a better choice over Duncan McKenzie. I can't see one thing that I looked on that Duncan McKenzie did. And how did we have that kid that played CDM that came on? I think he came from Germany. That played CDM or played in the middle of the park for the under 20 team. When you have a player like Douglas on the bench. Serbia, he's in Serbia. Yeah, they say he's in Serbia. Yeah, he's down there in the Iron Curtain. All right, he's in Serbia. Okay, so he's almost in Russia. Those are tough leagues. I tell you what though, if he leaves that league and go to a bigger club, we can then say he put in the work down there, because that's a hard place to play football. Trust me, Serbia is not an easy place to play football. And if you make it out there and you take a next step up, I have to then start taking another look at Duncan McKenzie. But him and Tyreek Jimenez coming out of the under 20s, I thought people inflated their potential. I thought people saw Tyreek Jimenez in the Manning Cup and they thought it was the next best thing since sliced bread, but it just wasn't so. Duncan McKenzie, I heard his name ringing out when the trials were going on. They said, yeah, Duncan McKenzie is looking good. That's another thing. Looking good in trials in Jamaica, looking good playing against players who are fighting for a spot. I don't know if that's how we are going to find our best players. I think we have to put each player under the microscope, similarly to what Thomas Frank does at Brentford, where he has a system. A lot of people say, why Thomas Frank always go and look at the little iPad thing? He has a system and he has these metrics that he requires from players at each position. Maybe in Jamaica, we might need to become a little bit more into the digital age as far as our recruiting is concerned. Maybe we let's say we have done it wrong for a lot of years. Big up yourself, Huntley Dixon. Maybe we done it wrong where we just pick players off of the eye test. Because that's another thing, sometimes we have to be honest to ourselves. Maybe if I was still in Jamaica, watching the Manning Cup, watching the JPL, and me see a player ball out and him doing thing, I probably would have said, yo, that player the next best thing. But it's when I came to Europe and I see I saw what they were looking for from players. It's doing the right things consistently. Doing the right things consistently is one of the issues that we have. We rarely see players who, let me know, guys, if there's players you can remember who dominated Manning Cup 2 seasons in a row. A lot of the players we know about, they have that great season, and then they're a little bit either hot and cold the next season. And that's where the consistency comes in, and we lack that consistency. But big up everybody for tuning in. First episode of the J.Taylor Unplugged podcast. Don't think we will be releasing this one on Spotify. We just wanted to try out the format to make sure we get everything running, make sure the audio is smooth. But I will be starting off tomorrow. I'll be starting off the podcast tonight for Spotify midway in the interview with Mr. Dunswell. I have some questions that I think you guys are going to enjoy that I'm going to be asking Mr. Dunswell tonight. I think I want to kick off the podcast in the second half where I come in and ask those questions, and then we release those on Amazon, Apple Music, and Spotify, and etc. And then tomorrow night we will have Sir Dennis Chung, and we will be diving into everything concerning the jersey, the new kits, the rollout, the new strategy as to how they are going to market this and how they're going to galvanize the fan base. So bless up everybody. Ryan will be coming on shortly, and this is the new vibe. This is the new look. It's going to be diversity on the show. Everybody has somebody that they listen to, and next time let's make sure we can get some of the fans onto the Discord. I'm sorting out the Discord. Everybody who wants to join the Discord, make sure you download Discord, brother. So it's one click. You don't have to show your face on screen, and you could give your point and the world can hear you, because sometimes the phone lines, what I recognize is the phone lines get backed up and some people don't get to call in, but we can have up to 10 people on the Discord as long as, I have the Discord set up already. I have the Discord set up already. But I will drop the link. Starting tomorrow night. I just wanted to make sure everything is organized. The stream started off a bit fluxy with the thing, so we have to, because this is the first time when I'm logging on like this. Ryan usually just send me the link and I click it and I logged on. But no, Ryan also put me on it as an administrator, and it just kind of made my system start moving different. So I have to sort that out, because I believe in quality, and I believe that if a fan or somebody in the chat, make sure you plug in the Wi-Fi. Okay, all right. I will look into these things, bro, because I want to make sure that when a fan stay up late or wherever they're at work listening, we want to deliver the best quality, because that's another thing. We can't just say we're on YouTube. No, bro. These people actually care and they're listening. Well, the thing is, Ryan wants to do. I thought the interview. Oh, Christian, you're in Denmark. Pretty thing. Yo, Christian, are you from Trinidad, bro? My name, I'm a bridging Simba friend from Trinidad. I live in Albo. But if it's you, Christian, we'll see you in Carnival in the summer. Let's sort that out, guys. Let's let Ryan. What Ryan wants to do is, because I would have loved to do the whole interview with Mr. Dunswell and have it as the first episode on the podcast as a technical director. But Ryan wants to basically to have him talk about certain things. But let's discuss that with Ryan, because I think it would have been some good content. I think that would be something people would listen to at work and try to, because I'm pretty organized with the questions I want to ask him, because this is somebody, when we stream it, make sure the internet plug in Wi-Fi, because it causes a lag like you had. Yeah, what happened, Christian, was you can either stream via 1080 or 720. I think I was streaming on too much of a higher quality, and it kind of okay. Ryan say we can keep going for a little bit. Throw out some questions in here as well that you would want us to ask Mr. Dunswell, because I already have my notes here. I'm loaded with notes that I have to give to Mr. Dunswell. So let's throw some questions in the comments right now, where we can just, because it's good when it's organized, so we don't have to read from the comment section, and we can just have these questions and we're ready to go. Because that's another thing. We want to bring quality, and we want to bring a seamless show. We don't want Ryan left off of the stream and come back. That's something we talk about, and we want to Prince up. Big up yourself. JT, you watch EPL? I do watch EPL. I am an avid EPL fan of lots of teams. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I love the aesthetic of the EPL. I love the ambience in the stadium, just the noise of the game when guys, if you ever get a chance to go to a major football game, any one of you guys in Europe, link up. We're in the WhatsApp group.
JT, can bring up the comment section, brother. Go in a comment on the stream, brother. You can bring up comment now.
Yeah, I'm in the comment section. Yeah, okay, I can do it myself. Yeah. Okay, I can do it myself. Sorry, guys, that's another thing. You see, because no, Ryan have me added to the thing, so I can actually do these things. Ryan can't face me, JT. Okay, look like Liverpool. I must want Man U. Manchester United, guys, what you thought about that goal with Manchester United? If you look at the FIFA rule book, if a player is offside and he doesn't really infringe, or he doesn't make contact with the play, or he doesn't affect the play, and somebody comes in onside and gets the ball, it's not an offside goal. I think a lot of people were struggling with that with that game with Manchester United. But hey, Ten Hag has turned Manchester United around. Yo, Rashford has exploded the last 3 months in football. Rashford has basically found his old form again. He looks like Rashford again. He's quick, he's decisive, he's aggressive now, his confidence is back. He's what happened to Jadon Sancho? The big money man. Jadon Sancho came in. The bench is his new home. Van der Beek, those guys, he's rubbing off the bench. Those players were supposed to be top players. JT, the goal was offside. No, let me see. Let me bring this up. JT, the goal was offside. If you remove Rashford from the image, you would see the difference. Well, you have to look, Siobhan, who affected the play, or who touched the ball in an offside position. I think a lot of people are forgetting that, bro. A lot of times you will see a player offside and the ball is coming to him and he just keeps walking back because he doesn't want to affect the play, so his teammate can run onto it. I don't think it's an offside goal. It was a tough one for a lot of people to digest, but the rules are there, and VAR is there, and if I'm sure that was scrutinized over and over again, but it wasn't an offside goal. From my point of view, some people are saying, Trent Alexander, blah, blah, was offside, but this goal is not offside. You have to know, yeah. Rashford was running the ball. I think somebody just joined the Discord, but the Discord, let me see. I think somebody just joined the Discord here. Who's this? Yeah, guys, we have to get the Discord sorted out because we have to get but at least you got the app because I think Ryan has the wrong link down there. I think you have the app now, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. Big up, Christian. Big up yourself, Christian. He's just sent me a message in the Discord. I think I was sending me a message. He said he's in Denmark. So we're in Denmark. Are you? I'm in Copenhagen. Yeah. So yeah, the reason it was offside because the defender was already beating the ball already. Somebody has joined the Discord. Yes, guys, just join the Discord so you have the app. So whenever you want to get in on the show, we are all set and you're ready to go. Oh, DR Buin, my friend. Oh my God, man, DR Buin is my place, bro. That's where I did one of my first interviews when I was a finalist on the songwriting competition. I know DR Buin is one stop on the metro from Osted, going towards the airport or going towards Sweden on Tornby. So, bro, we're very close, man. And I didn't know. And you're Jamaican, Christian. Okay, bro. Let me give you my crap. Let me give you my phone number, bro. Let me give you my phone number. We're like in the same country, the same neighborhood. Yeah, my girl live here. Oh my God. 278. Even though people say I don't par with Jamaicans. I have to just tell you this to a Christian. My thing is this: if I believe that if you leave Jamaica and you get the opportunity to go overseas, and what? J.Taylor, sorry to go on a tangent. Why do people tell me to call you J.Taylor and J.T. Taylor and not J.Taylor? Oh crap, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think some people, because some people is mixing it up with G.T. Taylor. I think the disc jock or the sound person from St. Elizabeth. So some people just make it sound like G.T. Taylor, but it's J. Taylor. But J.T. Taylor, it doesn't matter because some people call me J.T. So them just add the Taylor. So either one works, bro. Either one works. You know, Jamaica, we have to spoil up with one another name, you know. Because you know, you spoil up the people and name earlier, man. Let us know if that guy name is Romain Blake or Romain Blake. Because somebody is saying it's Romain Blake. And I thought it was Romain Blake, bro. In 2 weeks, bro, we'll play ball in the warm months. I bet I'll message you. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Oh, thanks for the clarification. Understand. Sorry, guys. No, I'm just burning up some time before Ryan comes on, so I'm just reading some comments. Somebody said it's Romain Blake. So it's Romain Blake. Bro, thank you very much for the clarification, bro. Because I was up here looking stupid all the time, keep saying that. Thank you very much for that, bro. Thank you very much for that. But as I said, English, them say English our first language, but I'm privy to making a lot of errors when it comes to English because a patois, I grew up a talk, dog. Like, so the English and the patois just mix up more time and the thing. So me know if I make a mistake, me accept it, say I'm not an Englishman. Me just try my best to say things in a way where everybody can understand, you know, just in case somebody come in on the show and they're not from Jamaica, they don't feel left out. They can all be a part of the show. Okay, I think that's you, Christian, from the channel. Okay. So I got your contacts now, man. JT, how often do you go to Stockholm? Could give you a link to Jahim Burke. Stockholm. You see Stockholm now, Simon, in Sweden. Stockholm is a major city, but it's Stockholm. Everything is so spaced out. Like when you go to Stockholm, you have to take the train, the metro, everything, or you have a car. That's why a lot of people kind of stay away from Stockholm unless you're going down to Stockholm and you're going to get a nice 5-star hotel and you're going to do a weekend. Or if you're in big on dancehall, you can go to Stockholm, but I don't spend a lot of time up in Stockholm. Copenhagen is enough for me, bro. Copenhagen is a major city. Like Copenhagen is just so, as soon as you walk out of that central station, you just feel alive. Like everything is happening in Copenhagen. It's one of those sleeper cities. The people are just lively. You know, the system works fast. You know, if you're into partying, they have the best nightclubs, some of the best nightclubs in Europe. The only problem you will have in Copenhagen, if you're a black man like me, if you don't have a lot of links, you won't be getting into some of the top parties because they have what they call here pickers. Like a man just come at the door and look by you and say, yo, okay, go on a yard, look like if you're in a club here, which a lot of people would consider to be quite racist. I would say a lot of these guys are the security guards in this region are quite racist when it comes to black people getting into certain clubs. Yes, guys. So bless up again. As me say, hopefully me and Ryan, I'm gonna talk about the Dunswell interview, and we're gonna see how we can chop that one up. But guys, make sure you download the Discord link. I think it's pinned. Knows the party throwers, dude. Yeah, man. She probably knows Ken Uber and all those guys. You can always compare. Yo, Christian, yes, me can always compare. You can always compare, bro. How long you live in Denmark? People ask JT when me a goat, bro. People ask me from Wednesday what I'm doing on Saturday. But I tell you, bro, we know where we are around the city, bro. Cause we in music and we in entertainment, so you have to have a guest list. You have to know somebody who puts you on the guest list, so you just skip the line. Else those pickers are gonna just judge you off your skin color. We don't want to deal with that. We don't want to deal with it. But I'm a family man, bro. I'm a single father. I have a 3-year-old daughter. She's gonna be 4. I know David J. Some of my friends produce songs for David J. I know he's doing that mumbo-ton kind of reggaeton. I think he's on Sony or Universal Music as well. So I know David J. He does this Jamaican / dancehall Swedish thing. But yeah, man, guys, let me see if anybody else get the Discord, guys. Get the Discord, log in on the Discord. So when we have the podcast running and you want to jump in on the show, you already have the Discord app on your phone. You see what I mean? So get the Discord. I'm looking here to see if anybody has joined the Discord, so you can get your voice heard on the show. You don't have to wait to call in. Georgia girl, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. Is Georgia girl? You live in Georgia? I don't know. Is it your name Georgia, or is just Georgia girl? Or I don't know. But big up yourself. Enough love and respect. So thank you guys again. As we said, the interview with Ryan and Dunswell Mr. Dunswell should be coming up shortly, and I think we'll come on the end of that. And we will take it from there. Gonna say, congratulations on being a father. My baby girl turned 18 in September. I'm done with babysitting, bro. Yo, me wish me did that you, bro. me wish me did that you Gunner's boss. Yo, bro. People don't even know. Keep going on, JT. No Dunswell. Okay, no Dunswell tonight, guys. So Ryan is saying there's no Dunswell tonight, but wow, that's new. We have no idea that there's no Dunswell, guys. Yo, drop some questions in the comment section, guys. Anything you want us to chop up. Them say no, Mr. Dunswell tonight, so I have to take a sip out of the wine, JT, has life changed being a father? I don't have kids, but I wonder if life... Listen, you see, if you are a kid and you act like a kid, and you have a child, something switch in your brain subconsciously if you plan to be a good father. We have to put that in because back in the day, a lot of men that we know, even my father, some other father in Jamaica, them just basically have the kids them and just gone, like them just like the pity them for just find them own food. And those, if you plan to be a good father, bro, it's gonna your lifestyle is gonna change. Like since I tried to get him on the phone. Since I had my child, bro, I don't even get to go out anymore because it's not like I'm living with the mom or something like that. I'm taking care of her 100%. And when you have a child 100%, there's no just get up and go out. And at a young age, you can't just leave your kid with anybody as well. You can't start getting a babysitter for your child. So your whole life just adjust, bro. Let's say the things that you used to do for fun, you have to change your fun. No, your fun is watching your kid grow up, swimming in the pool. You hear them start talking, start learning to write, start learning to spell. Like those are the fun things, bro. The fun changes. So I tell anybody to don't have any kids until you organize yourself financially and you're stable with a home and you're there on your career path and know who you're having kids with. That's very important, bro. Know who you're having kids with because it's bro, if you also plan to be a good father, there are mothers out there who will make your job very hard. There's mothers out there who will basically turn your kids against you because she no longer is in a relationship with you and she think you have an ex-woman. And so it can be challenging, bro. So make sure you know this is the person you want to have kids with and they're gonna be there with you and they're gonna be able to support you because you're gonna need it, bro. You're gonna need it. When you see me on stream, like this is the time I get for myself. You know what I mean? This is the time I get for myself. You know what I mean? Because I was on what they call here parental leave. You can get parental leave, which is like 80% of your previous paycheck that you used to work before you have the kid. And you stay at home and take care of the kid till them get to a certain age while them go to daycare. And so it's a 24 hours wake up thing, bro. Yo, my mouse died, guys. See, I have a see it here. I have a what them call it? I have a it's an iMac me depend, so the mouse a charge. So I can't click on it on the Discord. Let me see if I can click. If I can get somebody in here on the Discord. Who's in the room now? Is this Kristen? I think you can turn on your mic. Christian is in here on the Discord. Yeah, I think we didn't create a room. Let me just create a room here and click this link. I think he's in here. Christian, join this link on the Discord if you want to jump in on the show and maybe give your point of view. Clutch, welcome, Clutch. All right, we have a few more people joining Discord here. Okay, all right, man. Okay, perfect. So everybody is hearing you, Christian. So are you a Reggae Boyz fan?
I don't even know the history, but like I said, you've been working in for a while, so
Mm-hmm.
we got a little bit, and I wish you more success.
Okay. And do you watch SC Copenhagen games?
Nah, so I think the situation with me, so I was born in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school in America, and I just met a Danish girl. So I work remote, and I just spend half my time in Denmark, half my time back in So I live there, but I don't really. I basically do a few.
Mm-hmm.
But I love to go.
Okay. Yo, you see what happened, guys? The woman them them just take Jamaicans and put them all over the world. Okay, they're saying they're not hearing you, bro. They're saying, okay, they say they're not hearing you. Okay, all right. I don't even think that. Yeah, I think we have to sort it out another time since I'm on stream because they're not gonna hear. That's what I was. Yeah. But I have your number. All right, man. All right, take care, man. All right, blessings. I never thought about it that way. Interesting perspective. Your mind and perception changes now. Yeah, man. Huntley. Okay. Yeah, Ryan. So I think, guys, it's best we come back with another show because I like to be organized when I'm on the show. I like to have something to talk about. I don't want to just be up here blubbering about nothing. You see what I mean? I don't think the fans deserve that. So I think we will end this show and make sure we come back organized and have something ready for the fans. Because they say they're not hearing you guys, so we're gonna organize it up and make sure we have something ready for you guys. Somebody, all right, Ryan dropped the StreamYard link, so if somebody want to jump on the StreamYard and you have something to say about the topic, just jump in on the StreamYard, hit the link, and we can discuss your reviews on the game yesterday, the Manning Cup All-Star team and the DaCosta Cup All-Star team. So you cannot hear me. What? You say you cannot hear me. That's weird. So yeah, Ryan, I think it's best we end the stream and we'll come back again. Yeah. This is weird. Oh, we can hear. Okay. Why is this guy saying can't hear me? Can you hear me, guys? I don't know if this guy is trolling me right now. Benjamin, yeah, troll me, bro. Okay, he said he could hear me. But Ryan, let's just reorganize and we come back, guys. But thank you again for tuning in, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys again. And until then, we'll see you guys. All right, bless.